Good morning. Back after a couple of days off. Had to get my house in order. Had some tenants moved out. There were some holes in the wall, some glass broken. So I had to get all that sorted out. Good to be back into a stronger economy. It may be dipping a bit since our highs, but it's definitely stronger since a couple of days ago when I left. So good to see. Just going to pop over to the chat and see who's in. ICX Whale, Eric Meds, Ethercept, Floyd, Adam Tassin. How you guys going? I've been super busy. Been getting my painting on. Me and Wilkie repaired a wall yesterday. Sorry, I'll turn that on to silent. Me and Wilkie repaired a wall yesterday, so that was good fun. He came over at the end of the day of the work, end of his day working, and it was definitely the end of the day because he dropped a few screws and getting it in. A few swear words were said. Flat Earth, Nige, like the hat, man. Yep, got a new one. G'day, Jane. Dilly. Yeah, so I got the new PIVX hats in. What do you reckon? I'm pretty stoked. Got pivx.org on the back and the PIVX shield on front. I quite like them. I got 21 of them made, limited edition. I'm going to have one. Tanya O'Meara is going to have one. So 19 for sale. Alrighty. What I wanted to have a look at quickly is what I am sure the conspiracy theorists are going to have an absolute field day with. Just going to bring you over to screen share so you can know what I am talking about. All right. Now, 12 hours ago, roughly, 14 hours ago, this article gets released. South Korean government official in charge of crypto regulations found dead of a heart attack, and condolences to the family. But yeah, goes on to talk about the WSJ reports the official was Jung Ki-jun. Yeah, so my condolences to the family, of course. But then, just 2 hours later, this article gets released. South Korea to support normal crypto trading, says Finance Watchdog. I might actually read this article because this is actually, I see this as good news. You know what an effect it had when Korea looked to ban or regulate or shut it down temporarily while they regulated crypto trading. So let's have a look at this article. South Korea appears to be softening its stance on cryptocurrency trading. According to Yonhap News, Cho Hyung-sik, governor of the Financial Supervisory Service, has said the government will support cryptocurrency trading if normal transactions are made. At a meeting with representatives from cryptocurrency exchanges, Cho also said the government will encourage banks to work with cryptocurrency exchanges, the report states. While brief, the statements will likely be seen positively by South Korea's crypto community, as well as world markets, since the option to outright ban cryptocurrency exchanges has been mulled by regulators as one way to calm the country's heated cryptocurrency market and counter money laundering. After the news broke that South Korea might ban or suppress cryptocurrency trading, prices of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, dropped sharply in mid-January. That's what I was referring to before. Soon after, the country's finance minister moved to calm the markets, stressing that regulating exchanges is the government's immediate task, though he did not rule out a future ban. The statement also comes soon after the country has moved to restrict the market in other ways. A ban on anonymous trading took effect on January 30th, after which cryptocurrency transactions must be conducted via accounts attached to users' identities. People flouting the rule now face penalties if caught. South Korea has since revealed that it is considering adopting a similar system to New York's BitLicense for the regulation of cryptocurrency exchanges. According to Business Korea, a government official involved with a virtual currency task force said on February 13th, "We are positively considering the adoption of an exchange approval system as the additional regulation on cryptocurrencies. We are most likely benchmark the model of the state of New York that gives a selective permission for exchange operations." So that's pretty cool. But yeah, what do you reckon? Conspiracy theories? Did the crypto diehards take out one of the influential people who perhaps, I don't actually know whether he was a supporter or not of crypto, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. And Jao said, yeah, Illuminati shit. Yeah, man. So I don't know if he was either way, it's going to be conspiracy theory, right? If he was pro-crypto, it'll be, oh, the government had him done over and the banks had him done over. Young to be dying of a heart attack, I guess. And again, my condolences to the family. Oh, with a name like Flat Earth, you must be up for this conspiracy. Yeah, so, yeah, obviously sad news, but with the official suffering a heart attack and passing away, but good news in terms of news coming out with crypto for the cryptocurrency. Yeah, I like it, yeah. Stoked with it, man. Did a good job. It's got PIVX.org on the back as well. Went backwards. I thought I was really happy with it, man. They've got this on file now, so I can get this embroidered up whenever I want. So stoked with that. That was a big part of the cost, actually, getting the template done for that. Daniel, unfortunately, I've missed a lot of this as well. I'm heading out tomorrow morning with a good friend of mine from Iquique, Chile. He's on the Gold Coast for the next couple of weeks. I met him when I was competing over there, and he's a great guy. So he rang me today and said, Fish, what's happening? Swell's going to be good tomorrow. I said, let's do it. So heading out tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, I've had to get the house in order because my house got trashed. I could walk downstairs and show you. Should I? Do you guys want to see what happens when you have drug addicts in your house? I could show it to you. I've patched up most of the walls and stuff, but man, you got to see one of the rooms. It's like weird. It's like the dude must have been on acid or something because there's like black felt pen written all over the walls. It's like out of a movie or something, no? What's been happening, Joe? Joe's in. Blue Collar Crypto. Byteball has been tanking. The distribution was cancelled. Major controversy in the community. Keep us up to date, Joe. Keep us up to date. Why'd they? I saw the distribution was cancelled. I did see that because I saw that on a YouTuber I follow. Blue Collar Crypto, his name is. Yeah, so I did see that, man, but I didn't catch the reason it actually happened. Yeah, tenants do suck. Send you an invite to the next party. Oh, I should actually go and show you this this wall. All right, I'm going to show you this wall. Hang on, we'll go for a walk. You have to excuse the yard and that because it's all a bit messy at the moment. But, oh, sorry. Adjust for the thing. It's my backyard. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't know how that light's adjusting. Let me see if I can see it on chat. Yeah, so it's a bit of a mess out here. I've been cleaning up, dropping all this stuff out, but Adam said, seems we have good, going back to alts, draining to BTC as it pumps. Really good point. But check this out, guys. Oh, this is my baby. This is my house. There's like poetry and stuff, like weird poetry. Yeah, so not much fun being a landlord sometimes. But yeah, Adam does make a good point. The alts have been draining back into BTC. So I don't think that'll be long term. I've always thought that the BTC dominance would actually more likely fall than continue to increase. But it could be due for a rally for sure. All indications is that Lightning Network's working really well. I've just locked myself out of my house, so we're going around the front way now. Oh, hang on. I know how to break in, actually. Yeah, so all the indications are that Lightning Network's going really well. And also Coinbase are going to be implementing, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, but if you're following Coinbase on Twitter, they announced that they're actually going to be implementing SegWit within the next 7 days. So it's going to make it a lot cheaper to move your Bitcoin out of Coinbase. And I actually think that could be good for Bitcoin, but I also think that could be good for the alts. Because a lot of people might have bought Bitcoin when it was cheap. I don't know, say people like me. Yeah, Grinkers. Man, lots of, like, there's not many houses around here with a backyard anymore, man. It's all getting really developed, but I like my backyard. But getting back onto Coinbase, like one of the things I did is I hit Bitcoin at 5.8, dead bottom, and 6.8. Not dead bottom, but still good gains. So I've got that Bitcoin actually sitting in my Coinbase account. Reason being, it's going to cost me too much to move it. So I'm waiting. And I've had really good gains on that to move it to an exchange to put into some of my altcoins that I really like. One in particular, PIVX. But the thing is that I don't think I'll be the only one with that plan. Waiting for the thing. Flat Earth said, do they chemtrail all day there? Probably, man. You got all the conspiracy theories, Flat Earth. This was just one for South Korea. Yeah, but I don't mind a conspiracy theory. I enjoy them. I find some of them absolute garbage, but I find some of them actually have some pretty interesting research behind them. Tamanch distribution was tentative, but it was in the fine print. New buyers felt like they were bait and switched. Okay, cool. That was for Bible. Just sent some BTC from Gemini for 0.44 cents. So yeah, 44 cents. Nice, Pablo. Hey, man. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, Pablo. We're going to get these things happening, you know, as these the fiat gateways, the on-ramps into the crypto economy are actually enabling SegWit and Lightning Network transactions a lot cheaper. Now, you'd think that would see Bitcoin storm, and I think it will, but I don't think it'll be to the exclusion of altcoins, because for me, I jammed in on Bitcoin on the lows. Happy to take some profit now, but I'd like to take it into my alts. So if that, if that happens in time while the market's low, then I can transfer over with a lot less transaction fee and spend that on altcoins. So that's kind of my plan. Kurt, I do Coinbase, man. I got to tell you, it's hexy. The fees are it's like almost 4%, so it's expensive. And there was some problems with double charges and things like that on the accounts. So Coinbase is, you know, it's been critical in evolving the crypto economy and actually allowing people to get in. But I think it's susceptible. I think it is vulnerable to perhaps a really good service coming in, not charging 4%, and not having the reports of double charges, none of which I can confirm, by the way, just anecdotal evidence. Temple Ray, hi Fish, I did a withdrawal over 5 hours ago from Cryptopia and it never did a transaction ID. It just says pending. How long can it take to get a withdrawal? Temple Ray, well done. Zhao and I are waiting for a similar thing at the moment. So I'm gonna tell you two things. I've got some good trades on PIVX, what I see as good buys on PIVX. What I see as good buys, you make your own decisions. So I got some good buys on PIVX over at Cryptopia, and I was moving that back into my PIVX wallet, and it took literally 24 hours. Now I've sent another coin, chain coin. I told you guys I was trading the crap out of it. I think Zhao sent me 200 coins, Zhao. Correct me if I'm wrong. Zhao sent me 200 coins to trade from the 2 master nodes that we were running, and I've turned them into a 3rd master node already. So I traded the crap out of them. So I sent the 3rd master node back to Zhao, and I sent that, like we were talking about that. When we were talking about that, Zhao, was it this morning or yesterday? Anyway, I think it was yesterday. And they still haven't left the Cryptopia account yet. So I think some of the smaller exchanges actually might only clear their accounts once or twice a week to cut down on administration costs. And I'd say Cryptopia is one of them with low volume. So hang tight. I'm sure it'll be okay. But if you are worried, put in a support ticket to the Cryptopia team. That's what I would be saying. But yes, it's not unusual, Temple Ray. Mark G, how you doing, man? Leafs up 1-0 in the second period. Yeah, I'm open-minded, flat earth, of course. Sorry I'm a bit late on the chat, guys. It's just starting to fill up. Picked up some V-Chain, some Ven-Chain. Some V-Chain, Ven, yesterday for the first time. Yeah, I like Ven, man. It's good. BB. Nadio, what do you mean, who's that bloke? Just because I got a new hat? I'm probably getting a bit scruffy too, and the hair's getting long. It's still me. Adam, it has. Adam said ICX has certainly remained low. Yep, sure has. I said we need to see it. Adam, I don't know if you were here when I said it, but I said I think we need to see the integration between the ERC20 token, like the ERC20 tokens need to be integrated onto the Icon mainnet and actually become their own coin before we actually see a pump again. That's my opinion. I don't think anyone's going to go buying into it because there's nothing, like there's no news that really can come out. Like we know about all the partnerships with banks, universities, insurance companies, you name it in Korea. We know about all that. But at the moment, we still don't have a working blockchain. And how often do I say on this program, like we're overvaluing something that doesn't have a working blockchain? So I think it's reasonable because the blockchain, like the actual launch of that is very, very soon. But one thing I would like to also suggest, if you're a real bull on ICX, it might not be bad buying before we go to that mainnet. And I'll tell you what, it was something I picked up on Bitcoin Australia, Bitcoin Cryptocurrency Australia. I don't even know if I'm subscribed. I should because he's good. Cryptocurrency Australia, I believe, is the channel. And he's a much neater and nicer looking Aussie and takes things a bit more seriously with SWOT analyses and things like that. So good channel to have a look at. But one of the things he said was that if you have a look at the Icon notification that they sent out, it's okay, guys, this is happening and we're going to have a time when we have to integrate these ERC20 tokens into Icon coins. Now, when that happens, you're going to have a window of 3 to 4 months, X amount of months to actually make that transfer. Now, that would suggest to me that they're actually going to close that. This is something I'm stealing off Bitcoin Australia, to be fair, but it would suggest to me also that they are actually going to close that window, meaning that if people haven't transferred their Icon ERC20 tokens over onto the Icon mainnet by a certain date, they'll more than likely lose them and they're probably going to be burned, which means lower supply for people who do it right and hold on to their Icon. So if you're savvy with computers, you're quite comfortable in transferring from ERC20 into an Icon mainnet, which I understand will be manual. It's going to require some work from you. And you like the Icon project, maybe it is a good time to have a look because they won't be far off that integration. And they have already announced projects that they're going to be launching, like applications they're going to be launching on top of the Icon network. So it's an interesting one, Adam. Good one. BB likes Ven. Likes ICX and Now as well. There you go. Ethercept. Ethercept is less than 1 kilometre, mate, to the nearest beach. Ethercept asked how far walking distance to the nearest beach. Coolangatta or Greenmount if you have a look online. I'll do some streaming from over there at the when the Quicksilver Pro's on. That's on just after I get back from Japan. But yeah, 1 kilometre, mate, which is about 0.6 of a mile. There you go. So not far at all, mate. Not far at all. That's why there's no properties. Really, there's not many. They're all getting like across the road from me were all houses, and they put up 6 or 7 of them in a row because people are just building, up around here, which is why I'll move eventually. But in the meantime, sitting on a little gold mine here with all that land I got out the back, I'm actually already zoned for apartments, so I can actually already build apartments here if I want to. I don't want to. I like my house. I know it's a shit box, but it's my shit box. I just bought my first ICX 2 days ago. Not sure what is behind this down phase. Mark G, the market's a bit uncertain at the moment. but also potentially got overhyped before a mainnet launch. Like I've always said that about other projects. It wouldn't be fair for me to not say it about Icon. Let's wait until we see it, a mainnet. I'm still holding it though. I'm not going to trade in and I've bought a little bit more, and I've traded out at real high stuff. But like when you're getting swings from $12 highs to $4 lows, you're going to trade or $2.50 lows. Wilkie picked it up at $2.50 not like a week ago, not even when it dipped. Oh, Floyd's been waiting 6 days for Crippletopia, he said. Nice. Mark G said he didn't know that Anthony Delorio was involved. Also, I like that it's stakeable. Wilkie said that as well. I thought that was still up in the air. I'm going to have to do my research on that. Whether have they actually said that it's stakeable? Is it going to be a minimum amount? I'll have to look at that. I should be answering these questions for you. Sorry, guys. As you can see, I've been flat out with the house trying to get it back up and running. Nige, double charges Visa admit their fault. Oh, really? That's interesting. Maybe they did that on purpose too. Oh, another conspiracy theory. Nige, if Visa have done double charges just because Coinbase transactions have come through, they're trying to undermine the confidence in the crypto economy. Because why? Because crypto's a threat to Visa. It's double crypto conspiracy Wednesday here on Fish the Beach Bum Investors Crypto Wave Investment Cruise Show. Wilkie said, what's going on in Korea? Good news, man. All right. Settle down, my big man. Thanks for helping us out too yesterday, dude. I went and got that stuff from Bunnings. They're not a sponsor, but I went and got the stuff from Bunnings as well. So we can fix up that last wall. But legend for helping us out yesterday. Wilkie, Korea looking, one of the ministers, let me just check his name here. Cho Hyung-sik, governor of the Financial Supervisory Service. He's come out and said that they will support cryptocurrency trading if normal transactions are made. Good stuff, mate. Oh, that's good for Icon, obviously. So yeah, I never thought they'd move to ban it completely. They've been the biggest supporters of it, really. At least the people are, and they're certainly more freer and democratic society than some of the neighbouring countries. So I thought the people would at least have some influence on the government there. Good to see. Double charge is true. I have a friend got that problem. Some people already got refund, some not. Thanks, Xiao. Guys, if you are using Coinbase, it'd pay to reconcile your accounts. Good idea. You might pick up some extra Bitcoin that you missed out on there. You got it, Temple Ray. Sorry, guys, really far behind on the chart. But am catching up. Alts will struggle over the next few weeks. Feels like BTC dominance will rise substantially, says Nodio. Nodio, when I catch up live, we'll go and have a look. When I catch up to live chat, we'll go and have a look and see where we're at. And we'll see how Nodio's prediction goes 7 days from now. I'll report on that from Japan. Heading over in less than 7 days. Very much looking forward to it. Any ETC holders here? Or hodlers here, sorry, for Mark G. Going to sell before the March 5th Callisto airdrop. Does ETC have legs from 37.50? Oh, I haven't kept an eye on it enough, man. I think the market strongly favoured Ethereum after the fork. That's what the market's saying. So is there room for both of them? I don't know. Most of the big developers and that went with Ethereum, right? I understand from a philosophical point of view holding Ethereum Classic, and I understand why people might not like Ethereum from a philosophical point of view, especially if you're a developer or a coder, because I don't really understand a lot about that. But I know from a developers and coders point of view, coders law. And they forked to take coins out that were stolen in a hack, essentially. Excuse me. So in a way, you could say that ETC Ethereum Classic is more pure because they didn't just pretend it didn't happen, which is essentially what Ethereum did. Now, like I said, it happened early enough that they got away with it. If that sort of thing happened today, I don't think it would happen. I don't think the market would be so forgiving. Notio, cryptocurrency. Oz doesn't have the number plate Mr. BTC, does he, Fish? I don't know, man. Is there a Mr. BTC number plate around Gold Coast, is there? I don't even know where that dude's from. I didn't think he was Gold Coast. I thought he was down south somewhere. But I'm not sure. I might get a PIVX number plate. You get that for nothing. Be worth a fortune one day. Ethercept said, right, there are always some people that don't do their due diligence in coin exchanges and get burned. Yep, true. ETC got to $42 yesterday. Hey, Fish, hope you're well. Carl, I am. Thank you. Hope you're well too, mate. Daniel, are you going to the drop? I don't know what that was about because I'm responding to old stuff. GS, hey, Fishy, basic attention token, the one with Mozilla founder behind it. Any thoughts? Yeah, it looks interesting, but it's combined with the Brave browser, right? GS? I think it is. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but I think that basic attention token's getting a lot of competition coming into the market, but they've got first mover advantage. I didn't realize it was actually a creator of Mozilla behind it, so that's cool. Thanks, Jess. But yeah, man, a lot of basic attention token supporters for sure. And that first mover advantage cannot be understated. Look at Bitcoin. We've often said it. Like, well, it's definitely improved its technology with SegWit and Lightning Network. For a long time there, it was behind, in my opinion, in terms of technology, but was holding the #1 spot. First mover advantage. So yeah, I think the basic attention token have probably developed further than any other token that's looking to enter that same space, if you like, decentralized marketing, advertising, and social influence, paid for social influences and things like that. You should have been off the south coast of North Island, New Zealand yesterday, just smashed by a cyclone. Notio, it's been pumping here, man. Hold all that house, Fish, Ethercept, that's it, man. Man, and the growth, but the problem is Ethercept of like, on a house, I reckon I could go really close to selling this for double what I paid for it. And I've only had it just over 5 years. That's very good returns in 5 years. So it is tempting to cash out, go and buy an acre on the beach in Sri Lanka and retire. But we'll see what happens, man. Like, that's the thing, Ethercept. Like, I am thinking about moving back to Sri Lanka, and if I do, I want to buy my place over there, but I want to keep this place here as well. So one of those things. Hourglass said, holla, accumulation nation. I love it. Has anyone used a bot before and can suggest a good one for a beginner? Brett, never used one. Sorry, man. I'm assuming you're talking trading bots. I like to do it myself. Where's the fun in running a bot? When the ice caps melt, will you go under? Yeah, man, I'm close enough to the beach that I will for sure. Forget the ice caps melting. If it rains this afternoon, I'll go under. I'm like the lowest house in my street. That's one of the problems. I can easily build it up. It's not that big an issue, but I did actually flood a few years back, or a couple of years back. So yes, I could definitely go under. Craptopia now. Okay, Craptopia is a nightmare at the moment. 7 days pending moving my oysters. That sucks, Noddy. 52-year-old Korean minister died in his sleep. Yep. We were talking about that. That's part of the conspiracy theory. 2 conspiracy theories coming out today. It was either the banks, if that guy was pro-Bitcoin, or it was cryptocurrency enthusiast if he was trying to stop cryptocurrency. So that's one conspiracy theory. And I forget what the other conspiracy theory was, but we did have a second one today. Daniel Chippendale said, just seen an ad for Boost Juice giving away a Bitcoin. Just need to predict the value of Bitcoin. Really? What, do you have to go in store, Daniel? I'll do that. You know, the funny thing is, man, not funny, devastating. My sister and I actually started a juice business, single thing, hoping to franchise it. when I was about 16 years old. I was still in school. My sister had left school, and we got a very, very small shop in Surfers Paradise, but it was in an alleyway. And we opened up a little juice store, and that was before any of this Boost juice or anything came along. And our mistake there was undercapitalizing. So we spent a lot, like way too little, on actually getting a great shop front, you know, with a lot of foot traffic. We were tucked away in a little like $200 a week shop that no one, there's a little, you know, Chinese shop in there and nothing, right? So for a real, you know, fresh and healthy juices and smoothies, it was before all of those Boost juices and things like that. It was years ago. So yeah, if we'd done it right, we could have been wealthy. And that's an important lesson in undercapitalizing, because we certainly did. I learned that lesson at 16. Sorry, catching up. He was murdered by Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay. Green said I'm with Vitalik. Yeah. Okay, that's the ETC Ethereum debate. Yeah, man, that's me as well. I think so, Grinkers. That's why I've stuck with Ethereum. I don't actually hold any Ethereum Classic. I did for a while, but then the market just didn't seem to be responding to it. And I'd spoken to a developer, explained to me that, I think it was Coder's Law, what he said. And I said, okay, I get it. And now when everyone else is going to get it, Ethereum Classic's going to go, woo. And Ethereum's going to go, woo. And never happened. And then I learned more about Vitalik and this sort of thing as well. So I can understand it to a degree. Seb said he doesn't see it, not ETC successfully competing. Not on a long term. Daniel said there's a number plate with Bitcoin around Southport. Oh, okay. Nodio said in Melbourne. Not Melbourne, Melbourne. Melbourne, that's how you pronounce it. Melbourne. In Melbourne, there's a Bentley, a guy driving around a Bentley with Mr. BTC. It's the guy running altcoin. That's interesting, Nodio. What is up with Cardano, or is it just stuck in this alt bear market? Mark G, I think it got overpriced, man. It's not even a working product yet. Sorry. It'll be done. I know you are holding a bag that you bought at $1 or $1.30, or pretty much the top of the market. You've told us. I'm not embarrassing you. We all do that from time to time. I don't think you got any problems. I think you'll turn that into a winning trade as long as you haven't overcapitalized and you can hodl through it. I have no doubt. It just might take some time. That's all, because they don't have a working blockchain yet. And I think the market is starting to smarten up with potential versus the here and now. Litecoin Cash trading at $6.56 at the moment. It's been as high as $9. It's a joke, isn't it, Stephen? Speaking of jokes, speaking of joke forks, guys, Bitcoin private is an absolute joke. A joke. It's a joke to me. I will do a review on that. I don't often get passionate about a coin, do I? On the negative. How often do I get really negative on a coin? There's been BitConnect, that we did an hour-and-a-half show on why you should not buy it. What else has there been? There's been BitConnect, Bitcoin Cash, and that was philosophical. Nothing wrong with the tech in Bitcoin Cash. But Bitcoin private, to me, is garbage. I'll make a video on that and show you why. Bitcoin private and Z Classic, both of them, to be honest, I have no interest. That Rhett Creighton guy, or Creighton, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I would apologize, but I don't really care. He's the slimiest little shit in the world, eh? He really is. Oh my goodness. I will make the video. I watched Bitcoin conference number 4. I wasted half an hour of my life with that crap. And I will make a pretty, you guys know me, I don't get aggressive over coins, but Bitcoin private is a joke. Surely it's a joke. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, there's my opinion on the latest fork. And if you're holding Z Classic for Bitcoin private, you are going to be in a dumping race when that snapshot is taken. I have no doubt about it. I'm not sure if it's been taken yet. What's the date? No, we've still got a few more days to go. I think it's the 24th or something like that. I'd have to have a look. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing either. I'd just leave it all together. Z Classic. I'll do the video, guys. I'll do the video. It's easier than me going on for the next half an hour about it. You obviously didn't see the 60 minutes behind the scene video I put on Discord, showed up how Media FUD reports. I didn't see it, Noddy, nah. Haven't been on Discord much, man. BB Junkie's getting his security in order. He said, expecting my Ledger Nano to arrive tomorrow or Tuesday. Good. Wilkie, thoughts on mysterious IOTA Q announcement? Hadn't heard about it, Wilkie? You're going to have to... Developer have put their balls on the line. Nice, Wilkie. I know you like that sort of play. Wilkie's not a balls in sort of guy, all or nothing. Doesn't stuff around. Wilkie's not he doesn't scull in and out of trades. He either holds a coin or he is dumping the living shit out of it. That's Wilkie's style. Yeah, that's the point, Noddy, because rents have gone up crazy, right? So Noddy O said, look, if you do sell the house, fish, you still got to live somewhere. Yeah, that's a good point, man. Yeah, Sri Lanka. What are you yum-yumming about? Oh, Wilkie and Jao are having a chat because Wilkie's saying, he just said, oh, Johnny, Portugal, zero tax, right? For crypto, he's like, yep. And Wilkie just goes, yum, yum, yum. I'm moving to Portugal. Foreigners can start a bank account, question mark. Oh, you guys are funny. Mark G, Ucash market cap dropped significantly because the Ucash team was after coin market cap for a week to change the cap to be based on the quantity of coins withdrawn. They didn't like the market manipulation going on. Thanks, Mark G. By the way, I wanted to say to, who was it? It was one of our regulars. I can't remember who it was at this stage, I'm sorry, but Desley. It was Desley. Desley asked me about you trust in a stream recently. And I responded, my answer, I was thinking about Ucash. So Desley, if you are catching up with this, sorry, I was actually talking about Ucash when I said I think it's overpriced. I'm really, really sorry about that. You guys, that's why it's really important to make your own decisions as well and never just trade on what I say, because it can be something as simple as that. We were talking about Ucash all day, and then Desley asked me about Utrust, Portuguese project, and I responded thinking the question was about Ucash. So yeah. Daniel Chippendale said, I was going to open up a cold pressed juice bar drive-through called Juiced Up Boom. We were called Seduced, Daniel, Seduced. What do you think? Noddy said, I think the South Korean minister may have winked at Kim Jong-un's sister and got snuffed out. Conspiracy number 3. Mate, it wouldn't have been done with a heart attack. It would have been done with a bloody short-range missile. They did it not that long ago. North Korea have got no problem shelling South Korea. Seb's just gone, zero tax. I've got to get a Portuguese bank account. ADA is a long-term hold. Exactly. Nodio. Exactly. We'll be there. We'll be the thing in a lot of retirement homes. Oh, that's good. That's good. No, but I actually like ADA. I think ADA will be one that has legs. I think that, you know, the thing is in the economy at the moment is finding something that's going to hang around, like actually going to hang around, is priority number 1. Now for mine, unless there's an absolute disaster, I see Cardano is going to hang around. Not only that, it's like the vision is awesome, but they've actually got potentially the brain power to do it. Like a lot of projects have awesome vision, but do they have the team behind it to actually accomplish it? Maybe not. And I think Cardano do. So Ethercept agrees. He said Cardano is going to take off. Bought mine at 19 cents. Well, like it's not that much higher, Ethercept. Like you know, it's not, 10x from there, is it? So it's not like people are getting in well after you. So I still think it's, long-term reasonable buying, but you've got to be prepared for the market to go down and be bored because it hasn't got a mainnet. But I have no doubt in my mind, as far as you can go with crypto, that Cardano will justify the valuation it has now and higher. I still think I'd like to see a mainnet before we see I think it's still at like 9 or 10 billion. Do you want to have a go quick look at the market? Ethercept said look at XLM too. Yeah, I've done good on XLM. OMG, Zhao, good pick, man. One of your top 10 for 2018. It's been really resistant. Well done, man. What ICO price for Gladius? I see it's trading. Notio, good point, guys. I have started distributing Gladius, and I will contact people individually now that haven't contacted me. But if you are watching this and you were one of the ones who got in on our group investment in Gladius, please contact me. I'd have to check on the actual price that we paid in terms of US dollar or Vitalics, like the Ethereums, because we invested in Ether in that one. I'd have to check whether, I think we were down actually, which is one of the first. But guys, for those of you who are concerned about that, one of our very, very first group investments as a crew was Substratum, and we actually went down on that before we went 10x, and 20x at its highs. So it's not unusual for coins to have it had a little bit of a spike where we could have made money if you sold straight off the spike. It's trading on IDEX, by the way. It's one I went and had a look at. But yeah, it's not unusual for that to happen, for it to trade low as soon as it hits market. Look at Icon. Icon traded at 80 cents on opening day because no one knew what it was, because they weren't expecting it on Binance, or everyone was expecting it on OKX. So when it came out on Binance, everyone went, what? And then some people just wanted to make their money because it was 11 cents at ICO, so 80 cents, 7x dump, and it got down to 80 cents. So those early stages can be both times where you're going to pay way too much because it got hell overhyped, or it can be a stage where you're going to pick it up real cheap. And the only way you're going to actually be able to assess that for yourself is to actually do your research. Try and find preferably some crypto projects that might have similar value propositions. Although don't forget, if there's already competitors in the market, you can't just go, oh, well, we're going to be the same as that. No, they were in first for starters. So we've talked about first mover advantage. But ideally, if you can find some actual businesses in the real world and say, okay, this is the industry they're looking to go into. This is the sort of turnover I can see. This is the sort of revenue I can see in this space. You can actually start to do some calculations on what the market cap should be. Then you just divide that by the circulating supply. Hey, you got your coin price. So, yeah. Moving on. The market needs to crash to burn to purge impurities and media big bank scams before we can sort of 10,000x GS. Okay. Ethercept said OMG has major potential, but next to Cardano, XLM, and ICX, no comparison in returns, in my honest opinion. Oh, sorry, in my humble opinion, that would be. In my humble opinion. I don't know. They're pretty big in Asia, right? Omasco, so is ICX, I guess. I don't know. Ethercept, that's an interesting one, man. Playing off three good ones against each other there, I reckon. they're all good projects. Stellar Lumens, ICX, OMG. Anyone like the Stellar Ripple flipping this year? Anyone think 2018 is going to see a Stellar Lumens Ripple flipping in the market cap? I think it could happen. Call me crazy. Mike Wood said, yeah, with you on Bitcoin private, not a fan of people who ditches projects. Man, he's not even ditching a project. He ditched a project, he ditched the project, went wandering around for a while, found a home at Bitcoin Cash, so quality, and then, oh no, I will do this review today because it steams me up. Like, okay, I'll just quickly tell you, it's a half-hour video, right? I watched a friggin' 4-minute baseball analogy. I watched 15 minutes talking about Z Classic and why it was created. I watched 3 minutes of technical stuffing around to get an announcement up at the end of the bloody chat. And the announcement was the date it was going to be forked. The whole half-an-hour video, conference number 4 for Bitcoin Private, included 3 minutes of actual content about Bitcoin Private. And do you know what the reason for Bitcoin Private being created is? Oh, some dude said that 2018 is going to be the year of the fork. So, hey, we've already got this community at Zed Classic. Why don't we just fork it for Bitcoin and for Zed Classic? And it's like, so hang on, why does it exist? Oh, because you want a cash grab. I wouldn't touch it, guys. That's the sort of shit we need to get out of our economy, eh? This is an MIT student. This is the thing that annoys me. He's clearly got intelligence. He could be changing the world for the better. He could be actually trying to achieve stuff to change the world for the better. Instead, he goes, oh, it's the year of the fork. That is his reason for creating Bitcoin Private. Now, if you want to get on board with that, go ahead. I think there's better projects out there. Seb Fox, Zed Classic will dump big time after the Bitcoin Private fork. I think Bitcoin Private is just another cash grab by the devs. Seb is known for it. Done. For sure. BitConnect Private. Best. BitConnect Private. Fish Connect, yeah. Yeah, Jazz said he likes OMG because it's got more room to grow than the bigger projects of ICX and Stellar Lumens. I'm curious, Fish, how much of your Qlink did you sell when it was up $1? Man, I sold about 12% of my overall holding, about 12%. It was actually at about $1.30. I got a couple of sales along the way. So I'd say, yeah, about 12%. Probably all up, I've probably sold. I bought some back though and traded it. So yeah, but at the very top, I sold 12%. I'd say all up, I've probably sold another 3% in my trading. So 15% I've sold of my overall Qlink. The rest I'm keeping. I've cleaned up, obviously, at the prices it got to. By the way, Toya contacted me the other day. And she was just asking about something. Toya from Qlink. She actually contacted me like literally a few days ago. So it's interesting you should ask about it. Try good Spellweaver. Let me read you what she said. So I can give you a... I don't know if she's just teasing me or whether she's actually got something going, but I just said, oh, just feel free to contact me if you ever want to come on to make any announcements. You're always welcome. Because she contacted me about something else. We had a bit of a chat. And she said, saving the most important announcement for you. Winky, sly smile face. Now, all I can tell you is that that's all that's been said to me. I have no idea whether there's anything behind it or whether she's just being playful. But we'll see. I mean, Qlink's development, if you guys remember the roadmap, by the end of 2018, we should actually have those base stations out. That's cool. You know, I got asked by one of our Discord members, I think it was Dilly Dilly, might have been Dilly Dilly. And she said, I won't say the other project because I don't want to be disrespectful to the other project. She said, but hey, Fish, what do you think between this and this? And I said, well, she said this and Qlink. And I said, look, I'd go Qlink. And the reason being is that they had that partnership coming in, right, with Central Automotive. Now, they could have easily just held off on announcing that, waited for the coin to hit market, and then announced the partnership to really drive it, but they didn't do that. So I think people are forgetting how big a partnership that is. And if you've got Qlink base stations going into cars and that proves successful in creating a really, really robust, efficient, cost-effective network, Wi-Fi, that's what we're talking about with the Qlink, guys. So imagine a worldwide hotspot, okay? So when I'm at home now and I finish my stream in a couple of minutes, I go, I don't need my bandwidth anymore or whatever. I can set it up so that I become a Qlink hotspot. And anyone who's coming through and needs to use Wi-Fi, which for me, I'm right near the beach, so probably a lot of people could connect up. I get paid in Qlink tokens for providing the Wi-Fi service. They pay for the service in Qlink tokens. So that means, you know, in a future world, it's not set up yet, but when the Qlink network gets big enough, what I'm going to be able to do is sit here and actually, while I'm on holiday in Japan, leave my Wi-Fi on because I've already paid for the month and I've got unlimited. So leave my Wi-Fi on, set up to provide the Qlink hotspot, okay? And then while I'm in Japan, I'm spending the Qlink tokens that I'm earning at home to get my Wi-Fi while I'm in Japan from other people who are setting up the Qlink hotspots. So instead of paying $14 a night in a hotel when I'm traveling through Japan for Wi-Fi, 15 or 20 bucks or whatever they charge you, I get it essentially free. I just let someone else use mine here, and then I use in Japan, we just use Qlink tokens to keep the ledger of who's used what. Brilliant. I love it. It's still venture capital stage, guys. I mean, we got I think the app coming out first quarter. So we are actually going to have like the app and the Wi-Fi hotspots available. It's not going to cars, so the base station itself is not going to be released until the fourth quarter of 2018. Nice. Dry Goods Spellweaver said, I actually bought Qlink only because you guys had it at ICO. Bought at 25 cents, sold around 90. Maybe I should buy back in. I think long term it's good. You just got to be prepared to wait for those development targets, Dry Goods Spellweaver. But you've got to look at, like, you know how I talk about, oh, what's it going to be worth? What's it going to be worth? The market cap on Qlink at the moment is $60 million. It's not a high market cap. It's a mid to low market cap coin. If they are able to effectively create an international hotspot, what is that worth? I'm going to say more than 60 million. But it's venture capital. They might not get enough users to actually create a big enough network. The base station itself, the technology might not work as well as they'd hope for, and it has trouble because of the speeds that the cars are moving and people having, it has to change between this base station and that base station, for example. I don't know. So it is venture capital, but I think it's an exciting project. Plus, you look at the team. We've spoken to Alan, Toya, Susan. They're not mugs. They're fairly intelligent people. I think we can all agree with that when we saw them on the show. Just going to scroll down to live, guys. I know I'm going to have missed a lot, but I just want to make it more relative. And I'm really, really sorry if you have put in the effort to put a comment in and you really want it read out. Please just pop it in again. Ethercept, Stellar Lumens is so much more useful than Ripple. I agree. And that's why I think it can do the flipping. I think OMG will do well, said Seb. Apparently they are going to switch off of Ether and run their own mainnet at some point. Cool. Nadia said, what's Ripple? Never heard of it. That's my boy. How are your BitConnect futures doing? Man, I can't believe people are still buying it. It actually sort of spiked there at one stage. I'm like, what are you doing? They're not even trying to pretend that it's still going. Pablo, rumor is Qlink going on to a new exchange soon. Oh, okay, cool, Pablo. Oh, I'm going to get on. Maybe that's what it was. Sneaky Toya didn't give me any inside info. Well, she can't. So she just gave me let's call it an announcement about an announcement that definitely wasn't 100% because she could have just been playful. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hero token. What's this one you guys are talking about? I haven't seen it. All right, I'm going to have to do some more research on that. Cool. F-Skis said, what are your thoughts on NBEL? Neblio, is it? Neblio? I think that's it. Let's go and have a look and make sure that is it. I haven't had a solid look at Neblio and Neblius. They're two I get asked about regularly, and I've really got to go and read the white papers. I think you meant Neblio. Yeah, NEBL. How's it doing these days? 1578. It's come back a bit. Based on chart alone, I like it. Based on chart alone. But I'd have to go and have a look at it. Let me just quickly look at the website. See if I can remember it. So many coins, just bloody difficult to keep it. The blockchain platform for enabling next generation distributed applications. Open source. Oh, yeah, open source blockchain solutions for businesses. We only had a brief look at it. I'm going to have to read the white paper to get a to be able to really give you a solid opinion on that one. I'm sorry about that. It is one I promised to keep up on, and I haven't. Sorry. Yeah, I'll have to go and read that. But when you get an unexpected, let's say, changeover of tenants, unfortunately, that can cause you some extra work. And it was the worst time because I'm going to Japan on Monday. I'm just like, oh, now I've got to get the house fixed and find new tenants within a week. Yeah, Mark G said hotels sell very bad Wi-Fi for $15 a day. That's it. So, if you can sell good Wi-Fi for $5 a day, which you could certainly do on something like when I had a chat to Susan, because the reason I had such a big fight with Telstra was over excess data charges. I got charged an extra $1,000. I've been a 20-year Telstra customer, and I got charged an extra $1,000 on my Wi-Fi for 1 month. And when I was telling, it was $1,000 for 100 gig, so $10 a gig. When I told Susan that was the price I was paying, she's like, "Whoa, that's insane." I said, "Yep." So she can obviously do it a lot cheaper with Qlink. Don't think so. Let me have a quick look for you, mate. Easiest way, guys, if anyone's watching who wants to check out how you do find out what market things are on, Mark's just asked about Qlink and whether it's on just KuCoin Qlink on KuCoin. Screen share. Share. It's easy enough to do. All you do is pop over to CoinMarketCap, type in the coin that you're after, and pop down here to markets, and it'll show you where it's been traded. You can see here we had a really, really good spike earlier. As you can see, got up to like $1.30. I did actually get up to $1.30 against Neo, because that's where I got a trade on it. Well, it might have been $1.28 on something. I can't remember, but yeah, I got a trade right at the top for like 12%, so I was happy with that. But if you want to know where it's trading, you just hit that markets tab there, and you can see where it is. So it's at KuCoin, Gate.io, and TideBit. But yeah, most of the volume's coming through that KuCoin exchange. So there you go. There you go, indeed. Oh, what was that about Travon? Travon and JR Garage is selling BitConnect to each other, making it look like it has volume. Bryn, how you going, Bryn? Interesting you say this about Ripple, considering they have MoneyGram and Western Union going live with XRP this year. Do you not think this has value at all? Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Look, absolutely, Brent. I'm not saying that Ripple has no value. Ripple's definitely got value. It's just not one that I'm going to support. I mean, you've just spoken about, like, even in what you've just said there, in Western Union's got to be one of my most hated organizations in the world. So... Hey Fish, that PIVX hat is sick, brother. Have you heard of a VenChain staking calculator that's similar to how Neo stakes gas? Can anyone confirm if it's legit? King Crypto, I can't confirm whether it's legit. I'll have to go and have a look into it. I'll be interested. PIVX has a staking calculator as well. It's PIVX.cryptonodes, or is that right? Shit. Oh, now I've just spawned one, but yeah, PIVX.cryptonode.co. So yeah, there are. I don't think it's going to be like 100% accurate, depending on the algorithm that Ben are using for their proof of stake model. But it depends if it is 100%. You know, it might be a set algorithm saying you get exactly this much per points. I don't know, but I know that, like at PIVX, as I'll give you an indication, but it can't tell you exactly because we've got a seesaw algorithm that changes whether the master node holders or the stakers are getting the better interest rate or the better returns, the better staking rewards, whatever you'd like to call them. But I'm not sure about that one, man. Maybe just check with if you jump onto their their Discord group, or I'm not sure where Venn are actually setting up their social media presence, but wherever they're setting up their social media hub, if you check with them there, they should be able to tell you. Oh, am I still on screen share? I'm not, am I? I am. That was clever. Thanks, Tonkai. Tonkai Tong, haven't seen you in days. And that's it. Welcome back, Fish. Yeah, exactly. Western Union and the like is why people want to use crypto. Exactly. I got a good friend from Sri Lanka. She sends money home to her family, and it costs a lot to do that. Costs a lot, and she sends it monthly. Like over a year, she would spend $2,000 in fees sending it back. Do you know how much? Like the average wage in Sri Lanka is probably around $3,000 or $4,000 a year, and she spends $2,000 a year in fees to send money back to her family. Could you imagine how much that $2,000 could do in Sri Lanka? Wise citizens. What about Stellar Lumens, decentralized and deal with IBM, who partnered with Walmart for new processing systems for payments? Wise citizens. Yeah, I'm a Lumens fan, man. I got some Lumens. I prefer it to Ripple. I've also got the added advantage of it being a protocol. DApps can be built on top of it. So yeah, I like Stellar. Good. I saw it from Keith Warning last night before Suppoman did his. Superman sounded like he copy out Warring. I don't know what that means. I know Superman copped a lot of shit recently over something he did, and I saw it as a bit funky as well. He was charging people to find out which ICO they should buy into. That's just weird to me. And then I understand the IC did. I wasn't even that impressive, but that's weird to me. Why would you charge people? Like, I am not asking for anything by saying this, by the way, but I hear a lot of YouTubers saying, oh, they're only doing this for this, and they're only doing this for this, and all YouTubers are scum, and the people are only in it to make money. Yeah, okay. I've run a few ICOs for the group, and I pay transaction fees whenever I send people back their coins. And I don't take that out of their end. I take that out of my end. So anyone who's done an ICO with me will back me up on that. I'll send you 100%. Floyd, generous guy, has tipped me a couple of times, but there's no expectation of that, and there's no. I don't ask for any compensation for the transaction fees or anything like that. So you could, and it took, like that one with Qlink actually took me a bucket load of work because the Neo wallet was really buggy when they put out, I think it was 0.0.8 or something like that. It was really buggy, so I was having to send transactions a bunch of times to get it through and charge for that. So I just don't understand why you need to charge for things like that. The reality is, if more people are finding out, if you really like the project and you invest in it and you encourage other people to invest in it, like that's the benefit, is that supply and demand says that price will go up. So you don't want to hide it from people. Like, well, I understand with the ICO thing a little bit, but I still don't understand charging $10. That's just weird. It's just because it's not much money, right? Oh yeah, I'll pay $10. I'll pay $10 to find out which ICO. He knows that. He gets 1,000 people doing that. He's made 10 grand. It's his business though. You guys realize that, right? That's what he does for a living. So I don't do this for a living. I'd be struggling pretty hard if I did with the number of subscribers I've got. Yeah, Bryn said, yep, I agree. Payday loans and all that need to be stopped as well. Yep, for sure. I mean, you look at cash converters. That is literally loan sharking. The interest rates that's charged by these institutions and the wizard finance and all these stupid things that are charging ridiculous amounts of interest to people who don't understand. And that's why they're high risk. And that's why the banks won't give them a loan, because they don't understand the interest. I'll tell you a story. I don't want to give it away who it was, but I have a friend, let's say. He bought a car recently. He bought a car on finance. I said, oh, really? Okay. What sort of interest rate are you paying? He goes, oh, I don't know. Guarantee it'll be 20% plus. Mark G said, anyone else holding KuCoin and COS? What about the idea of staking there and waking up in 5 years buying an island in the Caribbean? Yeah. I don't mind the idea of getting a nice little bit of land. I don't know about whole island. I'd probably get bored. But yes, I am holding KuCoin. I think it's a good. It's a bit of a gamble on the KuCoin exchange. If the KuCoin exchange is successful, popular, continues to grow its user base, we'll make money because we're getting a cut of the trades. So that's why I'm holding them. It's speculative, and it's we're accumulating a lot of other coins as well at the same time, right? Because you get paid a commission depending on what's traded on the site. You get paid in that coin. So I've literally accumulated 30 coins I've never even heard of by holding the KuCoin shares. Not a lot of it, but I've only been holding KuCoin shares for like 4 weeks or 6 weeks or something. So I was going to hold it for like 12 months and see what happens. I didn't put a huge amount of money in it. Nodio said, what high-paying job will you pull in Sri Lanka? Man, don't. Well, actually, when I worked over there, I was working for an Australian company. And that's the thing, I was getting paid well because in Australia, if you're sent overseas by a company, they have to pay you away from home allowance. And like I can disclose this, it's like somewhere around in the vicinity for overseas is somewhere in the vicinity of $100 a day. So $100 a day to live in a country where my breakfast cost me $1.50. My lunch might cost me $3 and my dinner might cost me $4 or $5. And that's if I'm eating out, like at really expensive places. So yeah, it was a good gig for me, but I wouldn't actually need to work in Sri Lanka, but I'd probably just set up a surf resort would be my thing. And if people came, great. I'll make a bit of extra money. If not, I don't really care. I'll just go surfing every day. Yeah, he did. Third Man Crypto. He said, did Michael contact you? Yeah, he gave me a quick email to give me his. I wanted to have a little bit of a think about what I was going to reply to him, being that he's a pretty big player. So I didn't want to just go, oh, hey, mate, how you going, sort of thing. So I'll have a think about what I wanted to reply, and just with this weekend having to get the house sorted out, I thought I'll wait till well, I was hoping to do it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. So hopefully today I will actually send that email. Fish is legit, I agree. The rocket will go to the moon, says Wise Citizen. I think we're talking about XLM, Stellar Lumens there. Superman did an ICO straight after Keith Waring did the same one 12 hours before. It's been around since December. Strangely, Superman, I think it's pronounced, sorry, did same one after him. Debitum. Okay, cool. I haven't even looked into it. You guys know me. I've been flat out lately. Supo always has some secret ICO pick that you have to pay to join his group to get. Some of them might be good picks, but there's not always a good ICO out of all time. Some of his pick fail. Hey, I'll tell you what I was thinking of doing, because what I did, I actually enabled, I know you guys are going to hate this, but I enabled ad revenue on this channel. And the reason I did that is because I was watching a guy who I really like, which is David Hay. He's an expat Australian living in the US. And he's knowledgeable in the crypto space. But he said, I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he said, look, you're caught in a rock and a hard place, because if you don't put the ad revenue on, YouTube actually make your videos listed lower. So if you're trying to reach more people with your message, it's actually better to have ad revenue on. I said, oh, really? I told everyone I'd never monetize this site. So if I make anything at all, we'll just give it away. That's what he does. Done. Easy. That way, hopefully more people find some decent content that I hopefully occasionally put out. And I don't have to make any money out of you guys having to watch ads. We'll just give it all back to you. That's easy. That means we can do more quizzes if I get money. I'll just put it into more PIVX quizzes. It's easy. ICO with referral links often become the favorite of some of these big ICOs. Suppo is a mega shill and would sell a scam ICO to his own mum. Oh, that's rough, King Crypto. Sad but true, he said. I'm in favour of some of these big YouTubers. Oh, that's good. I don't go through the referral. I think if you like what we do in our group is like, yeah, I've found some ICOs, but you know, I say, okay, well, one person do my referral and then put your referral up, and then the next person can use yours, and then so on and so forth. And the last person who gets in, okay, they're not going to get a referral bonus. They're still getting in at ICO, but they're not going to be able to use their link to get someone else to refer. But that way, like when we do a group one based on that principle, every single person gets a referral bonus except for the last person in. But what we have actually done, what we did with Substratum to negate that, we actually just pulled our bonuses and just like split them around. It was easy. Grinkers gave me a huge tip on that one. Because I got a massive referral bonus from Grinkers. Sorry, Grinkers. Shit, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, you guys all know Grinkers is a bit of a whale. I got a big referral bonus because Grinkers went through me for Substratum. And he just went, oh, Fish, you know what? Keep X amount for yourself. And I was like, well, cool, dude, thanks. And that was when Substratum was like 10 cents, right? And I thought it was super generous then. So now it's a substantial tip. But that's the point, is that like we all just shared it around. Someone used mine, I used someone else's. It's a good, like if you've got a group of people you can do that with, why not get the extra coins? If you don't go through a referral link, they just, you know, either get burnt or get distributed amongst the other people who are using referral links. Wise Citizen, I'm a finance major, and the way the government and big banks manipulate the system isn't right. Crypto needs to completely take over. It will change the world. Wise Citizen, you know, the funniest thing is, man, is how many people who have actually gone through finance and economics at university and just go, yep, makes sense. It doesn't do the maths. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I left university is I didn't like what I was being taught. A, because you can read it in a book. And B, it didn't actually make sense. The biggest pyramid scheme in the world is fiat currency. It is. Fractional banking, fractional reserve banking. Don't get me started, King. Don't get me started, Wise Citizens. I'll be on all day. I won't be paying Suppo for any secret picks anyway. I'd prefer to do my own research. Seb, that's the point, right? So you can pay someone else for their pick, but at the end of the day, you guys shouldn't be investing off of one YouTuber. Not me, not any YouTuber. You got to do your own research. You got to know why you're buying something. And if it's because someone said it, you're doing it for the wrong reason. That's what I reckon. Nadia, what is that P on your hat? I think for education notices, you could put PIVX Ultimate Crypto on the back of the hat. I've got pivx.org. pivx.org. Got that put on the back. Although that cost me like an extra $10 just to get pivx.org on the back. So I don't think I'll get that on the next batch of hats. But I do like them. I'm happy with the way they came out. I think it looks dope. Looks pretty sweet, eh? I'll get one. Tanya's coming down next week. I think she's got another comp on. So I'll give her one. We'll see if you can get barreled first wearing a PIVX cap. You got to film it though. It doesn't count just if you'd say, oh yeah, I got barreled this morning with my PIVX cap. Anyone else accumulating Trinity? King Crypto asked. From what I've researched, it looks like Trinity will be used on Next, Neo's exchange for micropayments. I'm speculating possible passive income also through staking. Ooh, a bit of speculation from King Crypto. I didn't realize that was what Trinity was being used for, King Crypto. I've meant to have a look into it because more and more and more and more and more people want to talk about it. And when that happened with Neo itself, it was around between $4 and $10. When I would say the biggest amount of hype I'd seen on Neo was between $4 and $10. And everyone wanted to know when was a good time to buy Neo. So I'm starting to hear that sort of same level of talk. Not quite, but I'm starting to hear a lot about Trinity. I'm going to have to go over and read. Sri Lanka, what's your favourite spot there on my list of places to go? Nigel, I like Mitigama, man. It's a little fishing village down south. It's probably about 20 to 30 kilometres around to the east from Hikkaduwa. Beautiful spot, man. There's a reef break there that breaks left and right. The right's called Palm Trees, I think it is. And the left is called Lazy Left, and it's a brilliant wave. Ben Torta's really nice. There's a beach festival on there every year. If you ever get a chance to go to the Ben Torta Beach Festival, I can strongly recommend it. A lot of fun. Some really good music, and it's a beautiful part of the world. But, you know, Sri Lanka's brilliant because, for those of you who don't know, it's a really, really small country. It's like half the size of Tasmania, or a little bit smaller than Tasmania, which is the little island on the bottom of Australia. And it's got 25 million people, like the same population as Australia, all jammed into our smallest state. So it's an interesting country because you can drive from the humidity like you've never felt in your life. Like it slaps you in the face when you get off the airplane. The humidity will choke you in Colombo. But then you drive a few hours and you're up in, you know, New Aurelia or Kandy, somewhere like that. It's actually quite cool. You get up to New Aurelia, it's 14 degrees and cool, and they call it Little England up there. It's beautiful. But yeah, then you drive 2 hours, two and a half hours, 3 hours from Colombo. You're right on the southern tip of Sri Lanka. Some great waves, beautiful weather. Blue, what are they called? Blue whales. There's a certain sort of whale, I forget what they're called. They hang off the southern coast of Sri Lanka perennially, all year round. It's the only place in the world where it actually happens. Nadia said, David Hay is cool. How's the bongs he does? No comment. I'm in Australia, Noddy. Weed's illegal here. You should know that. Yeah, cool, yeah. I can do that, man. I'm actually going to check out now, guys. I'm just going to quickly flick through the comments. TNC, Trinity for Seb. KC, I am. Yeah, Noddy said David Hay was the first guy I watched back in November. He had ADA at 2 cents, ADA at 2 cents, OMG, ETC, etc. King Crypto, I've been dollar cost averaging just 1,000 at a time. Not sure which one that was for. Sorry, guys. All good fish, happy to contribute. Oh, yeah, there's Grinkas talking about that thing he did for sub for me. King Crypto said, I don't mind using your referral links, fish. Just so sick of some mega shill YouTubers like Suppo. I don't really have anything against him. It's just seemed weird to me to charge for it. Haha, I'm admittedly a hater. The smart thing is to sign up and use your own referral link. Heaps of people down in Tweed know what PIVX is. They will soon, man. A lot of people do, obviously, throughout my bodyboarding club and that. And, you know, all the local people. Yeah, well, I'm a local down here at Cooley and Tweed. A lot of people know I work at PIVX. So, yeah, a lot of people know what PIVX is down this way. I've actually, guys, I've made contact with Caleb, from, just got his email here. Caleb from Travel by Bit, and they do merchant payment solutions in Australia. And they're currently supporting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Monero. I really want to get PIVX added to that list because if I can go heavy into like a lot of surf shops and things like that and start really, really pushing the acceptance of PIVX. So that's my plan. And I'm allowed to tell you that. That's not insider trading. That's my goal. If I can achieve it, that's obviously going to be good news for PIVX. Tweed is just east of Toronto. Oh, it's not. Tweed's just south of the Gold Coast. What are you talking about, Mark? Tweed heads. I'm joking, by the way. No worries, Nige. It's been good to see you. Nige said, hit the likes, lad. Serku, looks like that nowadays the only way to make any money in crypto is to try to be in touch with the whales or just don't look short term. If you look at anyone who's been in for 6 months, they've made money. unless they've picked absolute garbage. They've made money. It looks like nowadays, you should do a video on your portfolio for rookies like us. Yeah, I can do that, dilly. I did a top 5. I think they're all pretty good. Yeah, I'd still say they're all pretty good holds. They've gone up, though, all of them, I think, except maybe IOTA. And IOTA's the coin flip. That was the one I was least sure about. Anyway, I think we've caught up after my 2 days off. I've got to finish getting this house sorted out. I'm going to be back tomorrow for another crypto conversation, and I'm going to have these for sale soon. Only 19 of them available, limited edition. Any money raised will go towards supporting PIVX surfing, namely Tani or O'Meara. She's got another competition coming up, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to, hang on. 2-0 to the Leafs, 2 minutes left in the third. I know what hockey can be like. They'll pull the goalie, right? That's what they do now, and then put an extra player on. Yeah, Noddy, I said, I bet loads of the Tweed people at Seagulls know what ADA is. I used to play my poker at Seagulls, man. It's poker house there. Oh, cool. Spotted a few games last night, told Wilkie. No worries. All right, I got to go. I'm cruising. Thanks for putting up with me having a couple of days off. It's been good catching up again. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, I will actually get that video out about Bitcoin Private and Z Classic, because I just think people who are just going to cash grab in this economy aren't going to be good for the economy long term. So work on a proper project, stick with it, stop bloody grabbing people's money. And I'll make the full video explaining why I have that opinion. All right, guys, thanks for joining. See you tomorrow.